Hello everyone. On today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this Mackenzie's Child inspired topiary. I have here different kinds of styrofoam, different sizes of round styrofoam bowls. So I took the big one first, as you can see here. Sorry, but I lost the video showing how I divided the styrofoam. All I did is I took half of the styrofoam and I divided it into sections, and then I painted alternating the black color. Here you can see it better. So I used black acrylic paint to paint the styrofoam ball, and I think I gave it like 3 coats to cover completely, because sometimes you can see little white spots. And the bottom part, I just painted the whole thing with a red acrylic paint. I think the color is Red Apple from Apple Barrel. Here you can see better. Half of the ball is black and white, and the other half is red. As I mentioned before, I gave it like 3 coats of acrylic paint, and then I used this gloss Mod Podge and I painted the whole ball. Then I took the hot glue gun and I glue ribbon trim. It's supposed to be like a gold color, but it looks more like a yellowish gold color, but it's okay. I like the color. So I glue the ribbon trim on the edges of the black, where I painted the black triangles. And then I also glue some ribbon trim in between the red color and the white and black, just in the center of the ball. The medium-sized styrofoam ball, and I divided it pretty much the same way as the first one, but here I decided to paint with green color. I took 2 different green colors. One is the Apple Barrel Real Green, and this one is the darkest of the greens, and then in between I did from Apple Barrel to True Green color, and this one is a little bit lighter. So now I'm going to do some markings, that way I can do triangles going upside down. And so after I painted the whole bowl, I also gave it a Mod Podge gloss paint. And then I took this washi tape with this black and white stripe design, and I cut the washi tape in half just to make thinner lines, and then I put that washi tape in between the different greens of colors that I painted. And then I took another ribbon trim in the colors red, green, and gold, and I glued those on the edges where I painted the red triangles, you can say. Took this white ball and I divided it in squares, and after I divided in squares, I took this Sharpie painter's pen and I start going over where I marked the squares. And after I finished going over with the painter's black pen, I started painting in a checker pattern. Took this painter's paint in a gold color and it's a ultra fine tip, and then I went over the edges where I painted the black squares. And then I also took the gloss Mod Podge and I painted the whole bowl just to give it a more shiny look. Then I made a bow with some checker pattern ribbon and I just glued that on the top of the small bowl. This donut shape styrofoam and I painted it black, and then I glue right on the middle edges some gold flowers. I noticed later that I didn't use the gloss Mod Podge to cover the black color, so all I did is after I glued the gold flowers, then I went over with the Mod Podge. I took some hot glue and I put it right on top of that donut shaped styrofoam, and I glue together the donut shape and the big styrofoam, the first one that I made. And then all I did, I kept stacking the balls, going from larger to smaller. So then I put some hot glue right on the center top of the big styrofoam ball, and I glued the medium sized ball right on top of it. And then pretty much I did the same thing with the smaller bowl. I glued that one on top of the medium sized bowl, and you're gonna see that in between the small bowl and the medium sized bowl, I glued some ribbon trim just to give it a more embellished look. And here you can see. Well guys, hope you liked this video. Remember to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Merry Christmas everyone.